Howdy, welcome to Homestead Life in Appalachia. I'm Sandy.
I'm Wayne.
And we live in rural West Virginia on 38 acres, hillside, homestead, off-grid.
And the noise you're hearing is the reason we're starting this video.
God has laid it on my heart to make a video about autism and homesteading. Some of you know that we have an autistic son, Joey. He will be 28 at the end of this month. And mentally he's at about a 3 to a 4-year-old level. To say that he makes life challenging is an understatement. He's very active. He's very hyper. He's Joey.
He's become very, very headstrong lately.
Yeah.
Very headstrong.
Joey's a good kid. We always call him a kid. Huh, Joey?
Hi.
You can hear him in the background.
Come over here and look in the camera.
Come over
This
here.
side.
Come over here, Joey. Joey, come here.
Come here. Here just a minute. All right.
Sit down.
Sit down for a second. Look at the camera.
Say
Tell 'em
hi.
Wave.
Say hi,
Say
Joey.
hi.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Day.
Say hi, Ariel.
Hi, Errol.
And Cody.
Honey.
And Joey again.
Okay.
All right.
Are you riding?
No.
Yeah.
All
How
right.
do you spell your name, Joey?
Day. What?
Very
Joey,
good.
All right. Good
Do you
play.
know how old you are? Say 27. Can you say 27?
Can be here?
No,
Yeah.
Santa's not going to be here. Not for a couple months yet.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
a way to go.
Yeah. Give us about 10 more months and then Santa will come, okay?
A present?
Yes, and you get to open up presents.
But not
Movie.
deal.
And maybe you'll get a movie.
Okay.
Joey loves VCR tapes.
All right. Go play.
Go play.
Not on top of my feet, please, but go play.
Yacht.
You're going to sit right there and be good?
Gotta be quiet. All right. So, you
So
kinda
anyways,
see
that's Joey.
some of the challenges we have.
He's done really good out here on the homestead, though. He's done things that we've never thought he would do. He's become more independent, which is something that we always hoped for, but we never thought he would get to be. He loves chickens.
The chickens. Oh my! And the goats.
Yep.
Ticket.
Yeah, he loves to
Yeah.
feed the chickens.
Good.
Goat to our goats.
He likes to pet the chickens. He will actually pick some of the chickens up. Some of them will let him pick them up.
The same ones that won't let us touch them and get near them.
Yeah, they will let Joey pick them up.
And they seem uncomfortable when he has a hold of them. He lets go. You're like, yeah, chicken learned its lesson. 30 seconds later, Joe will pick it right back up.
No, we're not
No,
putting
we're
our
not-
shoes
we're
on
not
right
going
now.
anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. When Joey gets something in his head,
No,
Then
nobody's there. Just
it
mommy
just seems like it has to
Why?
happen for him.
Hi.
Okay.
Ready?
Go
Alright.
play. Joey, go play.
Yacht.
Go
Yeah,
play.
he's not going to listen.
Go play.
You want to sit there and be quiet? Can you be quiet?
Hi.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
Mom, Papa, are you?
We'll see. Like I said, he loves to feed the chickens. He loves to pet the chickens and pick the chickens up. And he loves the goats. He'll say goat, goat, goat whenever I'm calling the goats in to eat. He knows their names. He'll call them by their name.
The boys he loved the very most. We hear it every 5 minutes, every single day.
Go to church.
Go to church.
Yes.
We started going to
Yacht.
a small church over here.
Yacht.
He loves it.
Every morning.
They love him. Every morning his eyes will open, go to church, and at least 100
That
times
pig,
throughout
that
that day,
Yes.
go to church.
The pig.
Yes. It's always go to church, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we're not down on it.
Yeah.
It gets old hearing it.
Yeah. I mean, we try
Tut.
to change the
No.
direction of his thought process, but when Joey gets something in his mind, it just does not change. We were really excited. About a week and a half ago, Joey was up in his sleeping loft, and we heard him spelling his name, and we heard him say his ABCs, and then he comes downstairs, and somehow he had found a washable marker.
Thank goodness washable.
I think he brought it home from church.
He's good at smuggling things in.
Oh yeah, he's a good smuggler. But he wrote his name on his belly, and he wrote his ABCs on his belly. It was very cute. He was very proud of himself. I was proud of him for doing something like that, because that's something that, you know, a 2 or 3-year-old would do. So he conquered a skill, which is amazing. What else can we say about autism and homesteading? It's been an adjustment for Joey, because Joey's main things that he loves are TVs and VCRs and his VHS tapes. Those are his favorite things. So he's had to learn how to do without those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mapapaya.
But you're doing it, right, Joey?
Mapapaya.
And the other thing that Joey loves is books, magazines, and not to look at them. He likes to shred them into little bitty pieces. Years ago, there used to be a comedian called Rip Torn. Joey would have been the perfect person to accompany Rip Torn, because Rip Torn's thing was he would throw confetti. Well, yeah. Joey makes confetti out of the books. And do you know how hard it is to tear a book completely in half and just like that? Joey can do it, especially when he's mad. He'll just tear it right in half. What else can I say about autism? Joey went to school until he was 21 years old. He did not graduate because here in West Virginia, disabled individuals that are in school, they don't have any rights. They don't get to graduate. They get a modified diploma. So I was having issues with the school, which I did the whole time Joey was in school. And so I just took him out. And he's done better at home than he ever did in school. The school system here, it sucks royally for disabled individuals. At least in the county that we were in. But what else can we say about autism and homesteading? His appetite, oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's always had a good appetite, but it's been even better. And he eats and eats. He's actually put on weight.
Yeah, he's actually gained like 15 pounds since we've been here on the homestead.
It's always been the skinniest thing, no matter what he ate.
Because of the homestead, he was able to go into men's jeans finally.
Yeah.
He was in a size 14, 16 jeans for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, huh, Joey?
Yeah.
He's over directing from behind the camera.
Yeah. He's being camera shy. He's never really liked the camera. We're excited to get Joey out this spring because, you know, this past spring and summer, we were so busy with getting things done. And it's going to be like that again this year because we're going to start building our cabin. But I'm going to be able to take a little bit more time and just spend it with Joey outside.
He loves,
doing our garden.
loves bugs.
Yes, he loves to dig for bugs. So, you know, not only are we going to have our regular garden that we had last year, but we're going to have an herb garden and flower garden and a kitchen garden. And he's going to be able to go outside and just dig for bugs, which is what he loves to do. What else?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to teach him how to plow. We're going to get all these gardens put in and build a house. So.
But see, that's the good thing about back to Eden gardening. You don't have to plow.
Okay.
Hi, Mommy.
You know?
Yeah.
Hi, Mommy.
All right, Joey.
So, If you think you can't do it because one of your kids has autism, think again.
Or any other
Disability.
It can be done. You just have to modify. You know, if they have special machines or anything, you may have to stay on grid, or you may have to go, you know, bigger with your solar or whatever to begin with. You have to make the adjustments necessary for your child, but it is possible to be done. Again, you know, just because you want to do a homesteading lifestyle doesn't mean that you can't start in town and start learning. You know, when we were still living in town, we started watching TV by kerosene lantern lights. We turned the heat down in the wintertime so it wasn't quite as warm. We'd snuggle under a blanket and watch TV with our kerosene lights. And
Joey loved that because Joey loves to be underneath the blankets.
Loves to snuggle.
It could be 120 outside and Joey's under 5 or 6 blankets.
I don't know how he does it. But homesteading is more of a frame of mind than anything, if you can get that. And to be honest with you, if you have a child with special needs, you probably already are a little bit of a prepper. And
yeah, because you have to make sure that they're taken care of no matter what.
Because if the power goes off, if they have those special machines, you got to make sure, you know, if you build a solar and wind or water-driven, whatever you do, you know, one thing about it, if as long as it's big enough to run what you need to run, you don't have to worry about if the wind blows a tree down on the power lines. You're still going to have your batteries going. So you can control your destiny at that point. But I can guarantee you that if you're raising your own food, your kids will be healthier to begin with. We've proven that with Joey.
Yeah, we've proven that with Joey. I mean, because no matter what we had done in previous years, he would not gain weight. And it just goes to show that when you're raising your own food, you know where it comes from, you know what's in it, it's better for you. I mean, we eat just about all of our own raised meat.
Yeah, or deer.
Yeah,
deer we kill, which I guess in a way we're raising them too.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yeah, what vegetables we didn't raise enough to get us through the winter, we bought and canned from the local farmers market. And that's another thing too, is you don't necessarily have to grow all the vegetables. Obviously, is learning where your food comes from is something that's will amaze you in the long run. I was fortunate enough to be raised that we raised a garden whenever I was a kid. We hunted for deer. We raised beef. I've got to see all that transpire, so it's not a big shock to my system. I know a lot of people would be like, they just don't know how to accept the fact that a steak a few weeks before you see it in the market was out walking in a pasture going moo, 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 and big brown eyes.
We've had people tell us, why would you want to eat farm fresh eggs?
Ooh. They don't taste hardly any different. They don't taste any different, and you don't know what those chickens are fed. Yeah. If you ever get to look it up on, of course, YouTube is great. You can find a lot of information about how chickens are raised that you're buying.
It's not healthy.
You're buying the eggs and the meat in the stores, and they keep them in a little bitty pen, and it's not good. And if you want to see what chickens should be like, one day we'll do a video showing our chickens and all their glory. We still feed our chickens some corn. We don't feed them anything. Actually, we were giving them layer pellets, and they
turn their beaks up at it.
Yeah, the goats ate it more than they did.
Yeah.
So they go out and free range and dig for bugs and grubs and whatever else they can find out here, and you can tell whenever they're getting enough. And surprisingly, this time of year they're still getting enough. They don't hardly eat the corn. Yeah. And when it gets really cold and it's hard for them to forage, they'll eat a lot of the corn. But
and
otherwise,
the goats keep them warm.
And the goats clean it up.
Yeah.
So You know, it's not a big deal. But as far as back to autism or any type of handicap, I guarantee you, if you can get them back to a little more basics, eating food that you know where it comes from. Again, you don't have to raise it all. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Even if you just raise you a couple rows of corn and green beans, just to say you
Containers.
did.
Do it in containers.
Especially like hot peppers, banana peppers, tomatoes. Those are all really easily grown in containers on a porch,
Well,
on a balcony.
when we lived in town, I took my flower beds, and instead of planting flowers 2 years in a row, I planted vegetables, and I was amazed at how many vegetables I got out of those small beds.
Gave a bunch away.
Yeah.
We did potato boxes. There's something you should look into if you're have fixed amount of space to work with is potato boxes. Use a 2 by 2 by 2 square. You may end up making it into a cube. You have to get certain breeds of potatoes, but you plant them in. You put like 6-inch, 1 by 6 down, and 2 foot by 2 foot square. Fill with good soil, garden soil. And you plant a whole bunch of potatoes in there, and when the tops get more than about 6 inches tall, you put another 6 inches on top and fill it full of dirt. Make sure the tops are close to the top, and just keep doing that till you get to a 2 foot tall.
Yep.
In a 2 foot by 2 foot cube, we raised around 50 pounds of potatoes in each one of ours. Now they say you can raise up to 100 pounds. I'm not debating that. I'm not doubting it, especially as well as ours done. But I think we got a late start on ours is one of the reasons why we didn't quite make the 100 pound. But still, it's awful impressive to take a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of your yard, deck, wherever you're at, and grow 50 pounds of potatoes.
I think I planted like 5 pounds of potatoes, if that.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, we separated the eyes, so we had a lot of plant starters, but it's amazing, and you can do it. You can raise them in a 5-gallon bucket.
Yep.
You'd be amazed what you can do with buckets, tubs, whatever. So
if you live in an apartment, you can still plant a garden.
Yeah, do it on your balcony. Do anything. Just if you raise one plant, it's just hard to believe and hard to explain until you try it for yourself. What it's like to raise that one plant, and when you cut into whether it's a potato, a tomato, a bell pepper, a banana pepper, when you cut into it to eat it, you cook with it, you do whatever. There's such a reward. I don't know if it tastes that much better, if it just tastes that much better because you have put the effort into it. But it's really neat. And again, I think that's one of the best things you can do for any kids with autism or any kind of disabilities.
And if they have a disability, remember, the word in disability is ability. They have the ability to do things. They have the ability to help you with your garden. They have the ability to pick the fruit off of the vines when it's ripe. They have the ability to amaze us every single day.
Hand you firewood as you're splitting firewood.
Oh, he loves to help us when we're splitting firewood. He will hand us the wood out of the back of the truck, and he will count every log that he hands you. Every single log.
There's not a lot you can do with a kid in town that's comparable to that. It's so much good for exercise, like good fresh air outside. So I can't say enough of how I believe it's better for everybody, especially anyone with any kind of disability, any kind of handicap. We already know that nutrition is the key to most anything like that. Yes. I mean, I say this as I sit here, 300 plus pound fat guy, but I truly believe what I'm telling you, though.
Yep.
So, what else is? Then it would cover all the pluses and the minuses.
Yeah, I think so.
It can be tough, but I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's a whole lot tougher than it is in town.
No. I think it's easier than what it was in town.
Especially with
because
Joey.
Here, Joey can get out and do stuff and burn off the energy.
Yeah, he goes out, walks around, chases the chickens, and whatever else he wants to go out and look after.
Yeah. Yeah, in town, we had a fenced yard, and he wouldn't go outside. Joey didn't like to be outside. But now he doesn't mind it as much. And that's...
Certain days you can't make him stay inside.
No.
And
No.
certain days you can't make him go outside.
No.
I mean, but that's...
That's about like us, though, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's kind of what I was going to get to is, you know, that's not a bad thing that, you know,
No.
that he has an option there that he really didn't weigh in on when we were in town. So he has an option to go outside.
Yeah.
Just about any time he wants to. I mean,
He's getting sleepy. The rain is falling on the tin
Oh.
roof, so it's making him
I've
sleepy.
been outside cutting trees to clear for where we're going to put our cabin. So, but sum it up on autism and or disabilities, I'm going to tell you the same thing I'll tell you about homesteading, period.
Everything else.
And it's the same thing that Doug from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy told me and her when we were staying at Lehman's talking to him face to face. He said, just do it.
Yep. Just do it.
You may not go full off grid, but do what you're comfortable with and just do it.
Yeah.
If it is burning kerosene lights and candles to light your house while you watch TV, and if you just cut back a little bit on your power bill, you'd be amazed at what you can save.
Everyone was getting power bills $400 and $500, and I got ours down to like $70.
Yeah, we had gas furnace, fortunately, because we weren't just dealing with heat. The heat and the gas bill didn't go crazy either because we kept the furnace down quite a bit. And you'd be surprised out of 4 or 5 kerosene lights how much heat they actually add to it.
Oh yeah, they do.
And we've got to the point now, I have anyway, I don't even like, we've got LED lights all throughout our cabin that run off the 12-volt off-grid solar batteries. And I just don't even like I like the homey feel of we're burning 4 kerosene lights. And she has to have some task lighting from the LEDs whenever she's cooking and things. But for the most part, we do most everything in the evenings with the kerosene lights. You'd be surprised how more comforting of light it is.
It's soothing.
I think it is.
Yeah, very soothing.
I did find out one thing last night. I was working on a logo for a friend of mine.
For Jennifer at Haywire Homestead, make sure you go visit them.
Yeah, we used to have a screen printing and embroidery company. I did most all the design work, and so I designed the logo for her. For her website. And first time I spent much time on a computer, and I found myself last night with the same insomnia that I'd had previously. I did not sleep hardly at all last night. And this isn't a call out to you, Miss Jennifer. I've learned in my limitations up here. So I gotta push my boundaries to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
I guess that pretty much sums up autism and off grid, and I'm gonna beat you if you don't quit trying to put a hole in your sock.
He's really not going to beat him.
You don't.
It's yours?
Papa?
No, not right now. No. So anyways, just a little recap. If you have a child with autism and you're thinking about doing this, go ahead and do it. It's only going to benefit them and you. We can't say enough of how good Joey has
back
done.
to Joey and how good he's done. Let's hit on one thing. Mr. Joe would not sleep past about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Back in town. We covered his windows. We've done everything in the world, and he'd still be up at dark 30. And he likes to make noise and carry on until everybody in the house is up.
Yep.
Here, I have actually let him sleep several times to past 10, sometimes after 11 a.m. It's amazing. And he still goes to sleep about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. He's out cold, done. He has slept more. I think it's one of the biggest benefits of his health, because he wouldn't go to sleep till sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and get back up at 6.
Yeah.
I always worry about his health because of that. So, I meant to mention that earlier.
Yeah. So, anyways,
No.
we're gonna wrap it up. Like I said, it just seemed like God was laying it on my heart for us to talk about autism and homesteading.
So
So,
somebody out there needed to hear
yeah,
this.
somebody needed to hear it, and I hope what we said will touch somebody and help them to make a decision that they're trying to make in their life.
Mommy, a toy.
So with that, we are going to sign off. Make sure
Subscribe
and like.
and like. Click the little bell so you get notifications when we
A
do
toy.
put them. We're trying our best to get
A
more
toy.
active with the YouTube.
A
So
toy.
we'll have more
okay,
viewers,
it's
but
over there.
yeah, be sure and subscribe and like and check out our Facebook and
We have Instagram.
on top of that, take a minute and check out Matthew 17:20 if you want to consider doing the off-grid or anything you want to do. You can take a minute and read Matthew 17:20.
And with that, we say bye. We will talk to you later.
Peace out.